What's good with you, folks? What's good with you? Poet here, with another I Need a Mic Poetry Story podcast. So, I hope everybody's out there being safe, staying safe, and hoping everybody loved ones is out there being safe as well, too. My gosh. So, I do have some announcements to come and speak on. If you're going to be watching this within the first week of April, let me let y'all know that on April 19th, I will be hosting my very own um, open mic night. Yes, so I will be hosting my very own I Need a Mic open mic night on April 19th, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. up at 420 Virginia Street, Vallejo, in Vallejo. Um, if you're going to be interested in wanting to support or wanting to come through, I will be posting a flyer on all of my platforms sometime next week. Um, which meaning, which meaning, at the same time I post this up, I will be already posted up the flyer. So a lot of good things is coming to I Need a Mic platform, and I'm very, very acceptive of the things that is helping my platform grow and everything else that I'm basically doing on my own. I do appreciate people who do want to help and who people who give off advice on what I can do more to even improve the production or the sound quality of my podcast. But until I until I get uh, until I get the tablet, I won't, or till I have a much more durable phone device. Um, Everything of what I have will be just for what the time, you know, just for the time being. Um, Once I get several things to improve more on my content, then I'll work on everything else after. Until then, folks, I'm still very much just learning on my own. I'm definitely willing. I'm definitely willing to do the work on my own, more and more, because because my lessons can be some wisdom or some lessons for somebody else. Like it could be for one of my god kids or one of my god siblings, um, or of course, any of my siblings or any of my cousins. I definitely want to continue on doing the work myself, because that's going to help me into just knowing that I can always depend on myself if I can't financially depend on someone else, or if I can't depend on anyone else mentally or emotionally. I still have to have my own back, and I'm really am the only person who I can only lean on. So, thank you for the help, but let me continue on learning. Let me continue on studying. Let me just continue on building. I'm still very much doing a lot of it as I go along, and it is very nerve wracking, and sometimes it does get overwhelming, um, because you want people to just support what it is that you got going on, or just to support just the journey of what is going on right now. And not everybody, not everybody is not supportive. I'm not saying that, but it's like let me work on stepping onto the next mountaintop, because right now at this mountaintop I can just sit for a little bit. I'm being patient. I'm learning how to be more patient, learning how to be more aware. I'm learning on a lot of things on one mountaintop, and once I'm ready to carry out to the next mountaintop, then yes. But in the meantime, folks, let me just grow and learn. So wanted just to give a little intro real quick of just what's been going on. Um, man. So let's get to this episode though, right? Yeah, let's get to this episode. So. Welcome to I Need a Mic, my poetry story episode 2. Now, if you were here for episode 1, first of all, thank you. Second of all, yes, I'm still the same person, still thoughtful, still reflective, still poetic. But let me say this early, because people who know me in real life already know I'm not serious all the time. I laugh, I joke, I'm goofy. I say things sideways before I say them straight. And I don't want that part of me to live only in conversation or in person. So, yes, I do want people to know I'm a goofball from time to time. Um, I sometimes it's a coping thing, and sometimes it's like let me focus on what I got going on first before I walk them in something else to work on, you know. And so, wanting support and receiving support, expecting support, um, all of it I'm still very much learning on um, what not to do so much or what not to invest heavily on. So, I want that side of me to exist, in my poetry too, because joy deserves language just as much as pain does. After the first episode, I sat with myself for a moment, not in a dramatic way. No candles, no background music, staring, no staring at the wall. Like I was in a movie, just sitting. And I realized something. I remember everything I talked about, me being very open and honest, the courage it took to press record. But I also remember what I didn't show yet. The part of me that smiles in the middle of heavy conversations, the part of me that cracks a joke right after saying something deep, not to avoid the moment, but to survive it. Poetry has held space for that. This podcast is about my journey through mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual health. And none of those journeys are one note. Healing isn't always quiet, growth isn't always graceful. Sometimes it's awkward, sometimes it's funny. Sometimes you realize something profound and immediately think, wow, I really needed that 5 years ago. Poetry has been there for all of it, the breakdowns, the breakthroughs, the moments where I laughed at myself because, let's be honest, I've always been a little ridiculous. So let me also say this respectfully, clearly, and with love. Please don't place my poetry in the category of a musical artist. No shade, no harm, no superiority complex. I love, I love being creative in its all in its all forms. But I don't write with expectations of cadence, performance flow, or delivery standards. I don't want future expectation placed on how I should sound or what I should resemble. This is a space for open discussion about my growing poetry. Messy, evolving, and real. Some days it's deep, some days it's light, some days it's both. 5 minutes apart. Poetry was my first love because it met me before I knew who was supposed to be. And it's my last love because it never tried to re never tried to redesign me. Poetry lets me be serious without being stiff, playful without being shallow, honest without being performative. It lets me laugh at myself. It sits with my pain, sometimes in the same stanza. And honestly, that feels like real love. So I would like to go ahead and recite a poem because, of course, it wouldn't be a poetry story podcast without some poetry, right? And so this new piece that you're gonna hear first, I don't have a title for it, but it's just going to be for I Need a Mic podcast story uh poetry story podcast. I write heavy things, but I still laugh loud. I heal slowly and trip over my own progress. I've cried in notebooks and smiled at the same page. 5 lines later, don't confuse my humor for avoidance. Sometimes laughter is just breath wearing a grin. I am not one tone, I am not one mood. I am learning how to let joy stay in a poem without apologizing. So that's just something. A little something something. Um that's just my way of just putting this whole episode into a poem because that's one of the things that I enjoy doing on my poetry story is writing a free write about something that I'm feeling, letting it out freely, but also getting to the creative side of me, my first love, of course, poetry. So I always love to write my thoughts into poems sometimes when I can't even express how I feel. Um, I can't express how I feel. I just love to write it in poetry. So, episode 2 isn't just about remembering the first episode, it's about remembering myself fully. The thoughtful part, the healing part, the goofy part that refused to, of course, go away. This podcast will continue to be honest, it will continue to be poetic, and yes, it will sometimes make room for a smile because growth doesn't have to be stiff to be real. So, as I close out episode 2, I want to leave you with something that feels like home to this podcast. A reminder of why poetry isn't just something I do, but something I love. L- Now, great poet, one of my favorite poets, Langston Hughes, he has said, poetry is the human soul, entire squeezed like a lemon or lime, drop by drop into atomic words. That's what poetry has always been for me. Not a performance, not a category, not a role to play, just my soul. Honest, layered, sometimes heavy, sometimes joyful, spoken one drop at a time. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for respecting the space. And thank you for allowing poetry to be exactly what it is here. This is I Need a Mic Poetry Story Podcast. Until next time, y'all take care, stay safe, and I cannot stress this any further enough. If y'all have kids now, kiss them babies every day. Got my chocolate croissant and my happy dance. Got my chocolate croissant and my happy dance. Y'all don't know. I don't have nobody. Come out and paint my back, guys. Right. I'm oh, they gonna like my happy dance. I know. Mm, so warm. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is warm. Mm. 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 Chocolate. Mm. Oh, the chocolate hit. Mm. 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 Don't give me a moment, y'all. I'm doing myself. Hold on. Uh, you know, that keep up with the happy dance. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Some coffee. Mm. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is so good. So, oh, mm-hmm. It's that good. It's that good. Oh gosh. Woo. So, y'all say I got my chocolate croissant warmed up, and a large Queen of Hearts raspberry white chocolate iced coffee from Panama Bay Cafe. Hold on. I gotta, I gotta put them on. I gotta put them on. Hold on. Got to. Bam, y'all. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Come on. Yes. Just loving the content. Yes. So, gotta put Panama Bay Cafe on. Gotta put it on. Thank you to Panama Bay for this beautiful, wonderful dessert. Hold on. I'm almost done. Mm, my God. Mm, mm, mm. I don't know. They had started this, but I didn't notice they had chocolate chips on the outside. I ain't gonna lie. Whenever I've been getting this, I've been eating it right out the back like this. But girl, like, hold on, is that a chip? Yeah, it's a chip. Excuse me. Yes, this is good. Okay. Uh, I'm done. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, and gotta make sure I get it all. Mm. No, I'm right. Mm. Mm. Mm.